Today's compilation features Jamaica's rivers, mineral springs, waterfalls, and beaches. Now, many of these clips are from videos I created over 5 years ago, but I realized that not everyone got to see them. So I have put them all together for you to enjoy. Let's dive into the beauty of Jamaica's natural wonders. As a child growing up in the country, I enjoyed the exciting sound of the rushing waters of the river. But my real interest was in the fishing, although I never caught a fish. Did you know there are over 100 rivers here in Jamaica? Yes, there is, but many are unexplored and not navigable. The height of the mountains cause these rivers to run swiftly in deep beds, and their courses are sometimes broken by waterfalls. Let us now take a look at some of Jamaica's rivers, their length and location. The Black River is the largest or widest river in Jamaica. It is 73 kilometers long, and for 28 kilometers from its mouth, it is navigable for small vessels. Today, there is an increased interest in rafting and other water sport activities on our rivers. Therefore, some of the once unexplored rivers are now used for these purposes. For the most part though, the rivers in Jamaica are still used for irrigation and domestic purposes, particularly by the rural folks. The Rio Minho is the longest river in Jamaica. It rises close to the mainland's geographic center, flowing generally south-southwest, reaching the Caribbean Sea at Carlisle Bay in the central south coast to the west of the island's southernmost point, that's Portland Point. The town of Maypen in Clarendon lies on the banks of the Rio Minho. We also have some underground rivers in the limestone region of Jamaica, for example, the Hectors and Cave rivers. It is worth noting that the parish of St. Ann is mainly of limestone formation and has no rivers in its interior. However, it has underground reservoirs that sometimes rise to the surface as lakes during exceptional rainfall. It is also said that the Monigue Lake, near Monigue in St. Ann, last rose in 1970, but disappeared in 1971. The three most popular rivers used for rafting in Jamaica are the Great River in St. James, the Rio Grande in St. Catherine, and the Matabele River in Trelawney. So here now is a list of the 22 main rivers in Jamaica, their length and location. Before we go any further, can anyone tell me the name of this Jamaican fruit? Please type your answer in the comment section down below. And it really takes a lot to do research and create these videos, so if you enjoy these videos, please support the channel by subscribing if you haven't done so already, or give the video a thumbs up if you already subscribed. To contact me personally in regards to contribution to the channel, please use the number on screen. Now, let's get back to naming rivers. The Black River in St. Elizabeth is 53.4 kilometers long. Buff Bay River in Portland is 22.2 kilometers long. Carburetor River in Westmoreland is 39.7 kilometers long. Deans River, also in Westmoreland, is 17.1 kilometers long. Great River in St. James is 46 kilometers long. Hectors River in Portland is 5.1 kilometers long. Hope River in St. Andrew is 19.6 kilometers long. Lucy East River in Hanover is 12.9 kilometers long. Lucy West River in Hanover is 14 kilometers long. The Martha Brae River in Trelawney is 32.5 kilometers long. Milk River in Clarendon is 36.4 kilometers long. The Montego River in St. James is 24.1 kilometers long. The Morant River in St. Thomas is 25.9 kilometers long. Negril River in Westmoreland is 15.3 kilometers long. Martin Garden River in St. Thomas is 34.9 kilometers long. The Rio Cobre in St. Catherine is 50.9 kilometers long. The Rio Grande in Portland is 34.3 kilometers long. The Rio Minho in Clarendon, which is the longest, river in the island, is 92.5 kilometers long. The Rio Nueve in St. Mary is 24 kilometers long. The Wagwater River in St. Mary is 36.2 kilometers long. The White River in St. Anne is 27.4 kilometers long. And the Yalas River in St. Thomas is 36.9 kilometers long. I guess my community river, the Nigra River in Mount Lebanon, that's the one I show you guys that run behind my house in St. Thomas, was too small to make this list, but good still. If you know of any other rivers that is not on this list, please let me know in the comment section below. It will really be appreciated.
Top 5 most amazing beaches in Portland. Portland is a more rustic parish, which thankfully allows for a picturesque beach scene. Beaches in Portland are as scenic as they come, and you will feel like you have walked onto a tourism site. However, be mindful that some beaches on the list are public, while others are private and might require an entrance fee. But these beaches would not have made the list if the money was not worth it. Welcome back to Elite Jamaica, the place you come to learn about Jamaica and Jamaicans. If it's your first time joining me here, consider subscribing to the channel by clicking that red subscribe button. And remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon so you never miss any of my updates. Number 5. San Beach. 7 miles outside of Port Antonio and near Frenchman's Cove is a private beach with a narrow but lengthy shore called San Beach. The waters are usually calm and good for your next fishing, scuba diving or windsurfing adventure. It's bookable with the people that work there. There is also a variety of small reefs just offshore, making for a great snorkeling experience. And if you're really the adventurous type, feel free to venture out to Monkey Island. This island has so many names, and see mansion ruins from a colonial past. A word of warning, as shallow as those waters are to the island, it would be safer to rent a boat and avoid sea urchins. San is in the nicer parts beyond Port Antonio, so villas are available for rental in case you want more time to enjoy the beach. Overall, go to San if only for a day outside of the city. Number 4. Long Bay Beach. As a disclaimer, I will point out that there is another Long Bay in Negril because I guess names were scarce. For the one on the other side of the island in Portland and the longest beach in the parish, you can expect a crescent bay of soft sand, palm trees, azure waters and a possible surf spot. In short, yes, it's supposed to resemble a brochure. Not far from Boston Beach and the Jerk Center, the shore is also dotted with beach bars and vendors to provide you with refreshments to savor your beach day. Number 3. Frenchman's Cove. A Frenchman's Cove is more than your run-of-the-mill beach. With over 40 acres of remote, white sand and crystal clear water, you can enjoy more on your day at the beach. The cove itself is a pure water river that empties into the salty Caribbean Sea. So when the water is too strong at sea, there is always the Plan B River with a swing. This scenery from the pavilion is the perfect backdrop for weddings, yoga retreats, and a beach trip. And a beach day is no fun on an empty stomach, so they serve food there. There's a wide selection: jerk chicken, steamed fish, burgers, fries, rice at a supposedly reasonable price. However, it's a private beach, so please account for things like admissions and share rentals when you plan your trip there. Number 2. Boston Beach. You've probably heard of the Boston Jerk Center, and this is just a neighborhood beach for when you want a view while eating your jerk chicken or pork. However, this beach is also great for water sports such as surfing, snorkeling, and windsurfing, and as equipment rentals. Of course, you will have to hope for days when the water isn't so choppy. But if you aren't into activities and just want a day to relax on the beach, you can do exactly that. It's a small, family-friendly beach with top-notch food and beauty you can't help but enjoy all day. Number 1. The Blue Lagoon. Popular for its still waters that change shades throughout the day, Blue Lagoon is more of an oasis than a beach. A mixture of fresh water and salt water, Blue Lagoon is open to the sea but fed by freshwater springs. Legend used to say that the lagoon was bottomless, however it's 180 feet, and it's home to a sea creature, which we haven't even found yet. In reality, it's just open waters that you can swim around in or enjoy a boat tour while absorbing the surrounding green flora. Imagine how beautiful it must be to have featured in a film that gave it a name change. Thanks to Brooke Shields. Top 5 Beaches in Montego Bay. One sad thing about Montego Bay is that most of the best beaches have all-inclusive hotels built on them. So unless you're staying at the hotel, you won't have access. But if you're not staying in an all-inclusive or beachfront hotel, there are still a few places that you can go and have a great beach day. Here are 5 of the best beaches in Montego Bay that allows access to the public. Welcome back to Elite Jamaica, the place you come to learn about Jamaica and Jamaicans. If it's your first time joining me here, consider subscribing to the channel by clicking that red subscribe button. And remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon so you never miss any of my updates. Number 5. Dead End Beach. Dead End Beach is located at the end of Mobay's Hip Strip, Gloucester Avenue. It's a public beach, so there is no admission fee and no facilities such as bathroom or shower. It's literally on the side of the road, separated by a knee-high wall. But because it's at the end of a dead-end road, there isn't much traffic as you would probably imagine. There is no restaurant or bar for you to get drinks from, but in public spaces in Jamaica, there's always a vendor nearby. The water is crystal clear, as you'd expect from Jamaica's north coast. Number 4. Dump Up Beach. Despite the name, this is actually a really nice beach. As the name suggests though, this beach was created as a part of an expansion project in Montego Bay in the 1970s. It's a government-owned beach and is open to the public free of cost. This is where the locals hang out, so if you're visiting Montego Bay and in an adventurous mood, check it out. You might just have the day of your life. Number 3. Aquasol Beach Park, otherwise called Walter Fletcher Beach. If you are coming to Montego Bay on a cruise ship, Aquasol will be the closest beach to the port. One benefit is that it has way fewer people on ship days, so you won't feel clustered. It's a family-oriented setup with water slides, go-karts and other kiddie entertainment, so if you have kids in your crew, they'll certainly enjoy it. Though the water is great and the beach is decent, the grounds and facilities are in need of maintenance. They also keep a lot of parties here, so don't be surprised if there is loud music playing when you go there. Number 2. Cornwall Beach. Unfortunately, the Cornwall Beach has been bought by the Royal Decameron hotel chain and is no longer open to the public. If you want to access this beach, you'll have to pay for a day pass from the hotel. Nonetheless, it's a really nice white sand beach with warm blue water. Now that it's owned by the hotel, you can expect the bathrooms and facilities to be in tip-top shape. There are many brand new beach chairs and umbrellas all around, so you won't have a problem claiming a comfortable spot for yourself. Number 1. Doctor's Cave Beach. Doctor's Cave Beach is located on Montego Bay's Hip Strip. It's about 10 to 15 minutes drive from the Donald Sangster Airport. It's a private beach, so expect to pay an entrance fee. But in exchange for your entrance fee, you get a near-perfect beach, with the cleanest restrooms you'll find on a beach. There are also ample lounge chairs and umbrellas for rent. There's a nice beach bar and restaurant that has free Wi-Fi access. They have a great fish burger and I've heard great things about their jerk chicken. With turquoise, clear waters and soft white sand, this is one of the best beaches in Jamaica. The drawback though is that it gets very crowded on ship days and there's always someone trying to sell you a bracelet or braid your hair. With so many inland attractions in Ocho Rios, it's easy to forget about its lovely coastline and miles of beautiful beaches. If you are ever in Ocho Rios and want to spend the day relaxing in the sun with the Caribbean Sea at your feet, Choose one of the following beaches and that will ensure that you get to experience the best that Ocho Rios has to offer. These are the top 5 beaches in Ocho Rios, Jamaica.
It's wonderful here in Jamaica. The beach is awesome, and the boat ride is it's tremendous. It's great. Come to Jamaica, you'll have fun. I can guarantee you that.
Welcome back to Elite Jamaica, the place you come to learn about Jamaica and Jamaicans. If it's your first time joining me here, consider subscribing to the channel by clicking that red subscribe button, and remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon so that you never miss any of my updates. Number 5. Ocho Rios Bay Beach, otherwise called Turtle Beach. One good thing about the Ocho Rios Bay Beach is that if you're coming to Jamaica on a cruise ship, you won't have to go far to get to this beach. It will be the closest one to you. The beach is secure, as silky soft white sand and water so calm and clear you'll see school of little fish swimming around from shore. The water stays knee-high for a while, so if you want water up to your shoulders, you will have to go out a bit. But on the brighter side, the shallow water makes it perfect if you have kids with you that aren't the best swimmers. Some people complain about the cruise ships blocking their view when they come in, but I think they're impressive and a sight to behold. If I had to find a complaint, it would be the showers and the bathroom. The last time I saw them, they needed an update.
Welcome to Jamaica and welcome to Bamboo Beach Club.
Number 4. Bamboo Beach Club. The Bamboo Beach Club is a private secure beach a few miles outside of Ocho Rios. It's an overall beautiful beach, but the sand isn't as white and silky smooth as you'd expect from Jamaican beaches. It has a somewhat gritty feel, but still soft and feels good on your feet. The water is crystal blue, as expected in Jamaica, cool and refreshing. It's pretty calm and not too wavy at all, but you can tell there's reef blocking the ocean current. When you arrive, you're assigned a waitress who will take your orders and deliver to your lounge chair. There's also an all-inclusive package, so if you like to keep the drinks flowing while you wait for your jerk chicken, that may be a good option. There is a little craft market, but the sellers are very low-key and won't be hassling you to buy if you're not interested. There is also a live DJ playing kid-friendly reggae, and if you get there at the right time of day, there's a show that the kids will love. Number 3. James Bond Beach, and this clip does not do it any justice. James Bond Beach is about 20 minutes drive outside of Ocho Rios in a town called Aracabesa. It is renowned as the former home of the James Bond novelist Ian Fleming. It is said that this is his secret hideaway where he wrote 14 of his famous 007 thrillers. It's a relatively small beach with a rustic vibe. You can expect to find a few locals playing football or dominoes nearby. So if you're looking to have an authentic Jamaican vibe, then this is your place. This little cove has extremely calm waters with next to no waves. There's a bar on property that makes a mean cocktail, and the food is pretty good and done to order. If you're looking for touristy comfort though, this beach is not for you. But if you want to hang out with locals and hear fishermen tales, then this is a must. Number 2. Pleasure Cove Beach, next door to Couples Sans Souci. Located next door to Couples Sans Souci in Ocho Rios, well, it's actually in St. Mary because it's across the border. I guess using Ocho Rios in the address gets more customers. Pleasure Cove is one of the least spoken about beaches on this list. It's a beautiful beach and there's no entry charge, so it's a wonder why there's hardly anyone there. I had the whole beach to myself when I went there. The restaurant and bar has free Wi-Fi, and the escovitch fish is freshly caught and well seasoned. According to the waitress, the locals mostly come out on Sundays when they have time off from work. Other than that, just a few savvy tourists pass through during the week. The water is fairly shallow and calm, so it's a great beach for kids and non-swimmers. There's also a few lounge chairs and an almond tree. It's perfect for shade. A very sweet way to end the day. Number 1. The beach at Duns River Falls. Duns River Falls is one of Jamaica's most visited landmarks. And with climbing the falls being the main attraction, it is easy to ignore the beach that sits at the bottom. In all honesty, the beach at Duns River is nice and has a great view, but the roar and beauty of the cascading waterfalls will grab your attention and have you turning your back to the beach. The beach, however, is great for snorkeling. Underwater formations are interesting and extremely colorful. Entrance to the beach is included with the falls entrance fee, so run back down and take a dip after you have conquered climbing the falls. We're all accustomed to the usual beach flex, but what about those days where you're not too thrilled about hot sun, like now when the sun hot, nor sand, and sometimes overcrowded venues? For those like me who like and appreciate Jamaican waterfalls and river wash-offs, the trip to a refreshing natural stream may not turb as far as you may think. Though dozens of rivers could have been included here, let's start with one per parish. Now the listing for Kingston and St. Andrew will be listed as one listing. Welcome back to Elite Jamaica, the place you come to learn about Jamaicans and Jamaica. If it's your first time joining me here, consider subscribing to the channel by clicking that red subscribe button. And do remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon so you never miss any of my updates. Number 13, Bowden Hill and Falling Edge Falls. That's in Kingston and St. Andrew. Be prepared to do a short hike or ride to seek out this majestic treasure. The route traveled included an easy 10-minute walk after parking at an all-age school which served as a driving dead end. There's also a longer path which includes walking through Heritage Dam. Number 12, Mountain River Cave, and that's in St. Catherine. Located in the lush green terrains of Kojo Hill, the area houses a large collection of art by Jamaica's native inhabitants, the Taínos, and shows clues to their early existence. Number 11, Salt River, and this is located in Clarendon. A favorite among many residents of the town for a cool dip. After the highway toll booth, turn left at Sandy Bay and be blessed. Number 10, Gut River, and this one is located in Manchester. A river, beach, and a small hamlet together on an isolated stretch of south-facing coastline. The name is said by the locals to derive from the German word for good. Number 9, Breadnut Valley Falls, and this is located in St. Elizabeth. From its entrance, you wouldn't imagine all the hidden beauty inside. It starts as small streams flowing into a natural pool, but as you hike upwards, you'll find bigger, deeper cascades. Check out this video to see what I'm basically talking about. Number 8, Mayfields Falls, and this is in Westmoreland. The phrase difficult words lead to beautiful destinations rings true here. Located high in the hills, this Cascade series is home to 20 plus natural pools, 52 types of ferns, and lots of exotic species native to Jamaica. See highlights in the descriptions below. Number 7, Discovery Falls in Hanover. Nestled within a secluded mountain setting on the western part of Jamaica, Discovery Falls is situated in Silver Spring, 15 minutes outside of Negril. Palm trees and beautiful gardens line the lagoons. Natural springs nestled on the edge of this mountain with 1,000 feet zip line through the canopy. Number 6. Great River, St. James. The Great River is one of Jamaica's major rivers and forms the boundary of the parishes of St. James, Westmoreland, and Hanover. It is greatly used for rafting along with river tubing. Number 5. Dornoch Head in Trelawney. This acts as the source of the Rio Bueno River. The spring water is said to come from a rock on the pool's left side, and the river begins its descent to the sea on the pool's right. Number 4. Conoco Falls in St. Anne. This large cascade series is nestled in the hills of St. Anne overlooking the resort area of Ocho Rios. Just 5 minutes away from the town center, the ascension of the falls is easier than it may look. I recommend climbing for the sheer satisfaction, plus lying on the rocks near to the top as you listen to the flowing water. The venue also includes a Taino museum, mini zoo, and eatery for a full day of enjoyment. It's not far from one of the most famous Jamaican waterfalls, and that's Dunn's River. Number 3. Kwame Falls in St. Mary, otherwise called Kwamen Falls. A mostly deep pool beneath the falls with some very warm spots, I've been told, is great for a refreshing dip. You may have the option to hike from various points in the Robbins Bay area, roughly an hour and 30 minutes, or take a boat to cut out a significant portion of the trip, approximately a 30-meter hike. There are many guide offerings in the area. Pick one and go. View highlights down below in the descriptions. Number 2. Nanny Falls in Portland. Located in Moortown, the falls are about 30 to 45 minutes hike and is said to be totally worth it. Tucked away in nature, the secluded waterfall plunges into a deep pool. Number 1. Reggae Falls in St. Thomas. You know me have to put that one here number 1. I'm not being biased, peeps. Known by residents as Damhead, the water of this man-made dam plunges several feet into the Johnson River. In the last few years, it has become an increasingly popular attraction for locals and tourists alike. Find out how to get there and what to expect. Have you ever been to any of these Jamaican waterfalls? Please share your experiences in the comments.
Best mineral springs in Jamaica. Naturopathic healers, herbalists, and other health-conscious individuals have for ages extolled the healing wonders of water, specifically mineral water. Civilizations as far back as the ancient Egyptians believed that various ailments can be cured by soaking for several minutes or even hours in water that has the right temperature combination of mineral elements. Jamaica is blessed with several natural occurring mineral springs with just the right combination of temperature and mineral deposits to offer therapeutic properties. These natural wonders are famed to be among the best in the world, with radioactive levels and mineral deposition far exceeding other known famous hot springs in the world, based on scientific research. The exact mineral composition and temperature of the springs are relative to their location and source of origin. Most, if not all, originate from underground wells deep below the surface of the earth, with some also flowing through limestone caves or over mineral-rich rocks in the pools made available to the visitor. This gives a sort of earthly, mystical feel to the visit. Patrons of these locations have reported feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, and relieved of various ailments and pains. Over the years, several of these springs have been discovered and more are believed to exist, untapped and unpublicized. The following 8 are the best and most famous hot springs in Jamaica. Welcome back to Elite Jamaica.
I am Alex, and if it's your first time joining me here, consider subscribing to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. I want to say congratulations to this week's winner of the question, where in Jamaica can I find the Edinburgh Castle? Congratulations to DG Internet Cafe. With that said, let's move right into the video. Number 8. Rockfort Mineral Spa in Kingston. This mineral spa is said to have appeared after the Great Port Royal earthquake of 1907. Its name was derived from its close proximity to the Rockfort site. A modern commercial spa, the location houses several private baths, as well as a large swimming pool fed by the cold mineral stream flowing from the surrounding Rockfort Hills. The water is very radioactive and slightly saline, for which it is said to have therapeutic qualities. Number 7. Milk River Bath in Clarendon. Milk River Bath is said to have one of the highest levels of radioactivity in the world, when compared to other mineral baths averaging 90 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. It contains high levels of magnesium, calcium, sulfate, and natural chloride. The water flows from within a rock, and the bath is recommended for persons suffering from rheumatism, arthritis, and nerve complaints. Due to its high temperature and radioactivity, however, patrons are advised not to stay in the water for more than 10 to 20 minutes at a time, with a maximum of 3 baths per day. Legend states that the spring was discovered by a slave who escaped after receiving a severe beating close to the point of death. After bathing his wounds in the hot water for a few days, he returned to his quarters completely healed. His master was amazed by his miraculous recovery and promised to never punish him again if he showed him the secret behind his healing. The master later willed the property to the Jamaican government so everyone could benefit from the spring. Number 6. Firewater Hot Springs in St. Anne. This spring has a combination of natural gases and sulfur, which gives it the ability to ignite, which many say is the source of its healing power. The ingenious component of the water was said to be discovered by accident, when the flames from a nearby fire got out of control and ended up on the water, igniting it. Number 5. Bubbling Springs in St. Elizabeth. This spring originates in the limestone-rich Cockpit Mountains, from which it derives its composition of magnesium, potassium, chloride, sodium, iron, and manganese, among other minerals. The spring got its name due to the percolating action of water through the sand on the pool floor, which gives it a bubbly feel and appearance. A fascinating feature of the water is its temperature, being cold when the time is hot and warm in the early mornings when the time is cooler. Number 4. The Blue Lagoon, located in Portland. Blue Lagoon was made famous by the Brooke Shields movie of that name, from which the lake was also named. The lake is a spectacular shade of blue due to its great depth, which gave rise to the legend that it was bottomless. However, research has found it to be approximately 200 feet deep. The cold mineral water bubbles out of the ground through rocks deep below the surface and is said to have aphrodisiac properties. Unique to the lagoon is the fact that the cool mineral water meets the warm Caribbean Sea, giving it an alternatively warm and cool feel throughout. Number 3. Blue Hole, Westmoreland. Blue Hole lies beneath a 40-foot deep cavern, entirely encased by limestone. There are two ways to enter the cool mineral-rich water: diving from the cliffs or climbing down the ladder provided. There is also a pool fed by the spring for those who are too scared to venture into the actual spring to still be able to enjoy the benefits of the mineral water. The mud at the sides of the spring is reputed to be good for the skin, and visitors rub it onto their face and body to obtain its benefits. Number 2. Black River Spa, St. Elizabeth. The Black River Spa is a cold water mineral spring, rich in sulfur and other minerals. The spring is fed constantly from underground and is said to have been a Taino dump site. The spa was discovered during British history and was said to be used by then estate owner to treat his slaves' rheumatism and other illnesses. Over the years, through various tragedies and changes in ownership, the spa has deteriorated, but it's still frequented by locals due to its fabled healing properties. Number 1. Bath Mineral Fountain, St. Thomas. The Bath Mineral Fountain is rich in magnesium, sulfur, and lime, and consists of two springs flowing through the rocks and bamboo pipes. One of these springs is piping hot, while the other is cold. According to legend, the spring was discovered in the 17th century by a runaway slave who had been plagued for years by ulcers on his leg. He bathed his aching member in the stream and noticed the next day that it began to heal. News of this healing fountain soon spread, attracting visitors from all over Jamaica. In 1699, the property owner sold the 1,180-acre estate, including the spring, to the government. Today, visitors from all over the world still flock to this healing stream, which is said to still have some healing properties as it did when it was first discovered. 12 hidden waterfalls in Jamaica that will take your breath away. There is more to Jamaica than excellent food, top-notch beaches, and vibrant nightlife. The island's lush mountainous interior and ample rainfall create the essential ingredients for our magnificent waterfalls. Most people know about the popular ones, like Dunn's River Falls and Mayfield Falls, but there are others that are not as popular but just as stunning. In this video, we will take a peek at 12 of Jamaica's hidden waterfalls. Welcome back to Elite Jamaica, the place you come to learn about Jamaica and Jamaicans. I am Alex, and if it's your first time here, consider subscribing to the channel and remember to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. For today's question, where is the oldest golf club in Jamaica? Answer this question correctly and your answer will be posted in my next video. With that said, let's move right along. Number 1. Taki Falls. Sitting close to Jamaica's north coast in the parish of St. Mary, Taki Falls is a stunning 200-foot high waterfall in the middle of the jungle. It is the most non-commercialized waterfall on the island, and it's very likely that if you make it there, you'll be alone for the day. Be prepared for a hike to get to this out-of-the-way waterfall. There are no signs, no footpath, and many hazards along the way, but in the end, you will be rewarded with the magnificent Taki Falls. Number 2. Cane River Falls. Sitting just 9 miles outside of Kingston, Cane River Falls is a hidden gem, located behind the local Bull Bay community. This secluded waterfall was frequented by the great Bob Marley.
who would go there to wash his dreadlocks. Cane River Falls is more popular among locals than it is amongst tourists, making it a great place to relax, chill out, and swim with the local community. Number 3. Maho Falls. Maho Falls sits in the parish of St. Mary, within the Cuyaba River Gardens. Its name is said to have been derived from the word mahogany, which you'll see growing in the area if you ever get a chance to visit. The sparkling pools of the falls are perfect for a cool, refreshing swim, but many visitors choose to relax and enjoy the views from its various vantage points. The panoramic views of Ocho Rios and the Caribbean Sea are simply breathtaking. Number 4. Scatter Falls. Scatter Falls are among the least spoken about waterfalls in Jamaica. It is a jewel of eastern Jamaica, sitting in the Rio Grande Valley in the small Berrydale community. On occasion, some adventurous tourists will find their way to the falls, but it is predominantly visited by locals. To get here, one of the friendly tour guides from the Berrydale community will have to take you across the Rio Grande on a bamboo raft. Number 5. Turtle River Falls. Turtle River Falls is a combination of 14 cascading waterfalls on the Turtle River. They are located on a 15-acre tropical garden located in Ocho Rios called Turtle River Falls and Gardens. In the garden, you'll find an abundance of exotic birds and indigenous plants. It is an enchanting setting that is surrounded by stunning scenery. Here, you can swim in the various pools at the foot of the waterfalls, climb the waterfalls, and have an adventurous stroll through the exquisite botanical gardens. Number 6. Reggae Falls. Hidden in the parish of St. Thomas is an old water dam that is now known as the Reggae Falls. You'll need a vehicle with four-wheel drive to get to this waterfall, as you'll have to drive across a part of the river which is about 3 feet deep. The fall is about 30 feet, so the water comes down with just about the right force for a good neck and back massage. And for the adventurous ones in the group, there is a rock that is about 10 feet high that you can jump from into the pool at the foot of the falls. Number 7. Reach Falls. The Reach Falls is located in the montane forest on the Jankro mountain range. It is about 45 minutes east of Portland. It is fed by the Drivers River and is surrounded by lush greenery from the montane forest. Here you'll find over 23 species of birds, a variety of exotic birds, and if you're lucky, you'll catch a rare glimpse of a wild pig in its natural habitat. Number 8. Nanny Falls. Located near to Moortown in Portland is another of Jamaica's hidden gems known as Nanny Falls. To get here, be prepared for a 30 to 45 minute hike from Moortown, but once you arrive, you'll see that it's well worth it. Once you arrive from your trek, you'll want to do nothing but jump into the refreshingly cool pool of water at the foot of the falls. Expect to have a peaceful, relaxing day to yourself, as it is rare that tourists come here. Number 9. Kwame Falls. Tucked away in the deep woods of St. Mary, you'll find Kwame Falls. To get here, your journey will start at a small village called Robbins Bay, which is not too far from the more popular Anoto Bay. You'll have to hike through a path that is reserved for donkeys and ATVs. Once there,
You can take a swim in the cold but extremely refreshing water at the bottom of the falls. Number 10. Conoco Falls. Located in the parish of St. Anne is the Conoco Falls. It is 5 minutes drive out of Ocho Rios at the Shaw Park Estate. This waterfall is a sight to behold. It is perfect for climbing and definitely gives reason why St. Anne is known as the Garden Parish. There is also a museum on site with artifacts, maps and pictures of the Taino Indians who chose this location as a settlement site and were the original inhabitants of Jamaica. Number 11. Bowden Hill Waterfall. The Bowden Hill Waterfall, also known as the Falling Edge Falls, is located in Stone Hill, Jamaica. As with most of the other falls on this list, expect a hike to get there. Except with this one, the trail has heavy overgrowth. It is located near the Hermitage Dam, which supplies most of Jamaica's capital Kingston and some suburbs with water. Number 12. Mountain River Cave and the Falls. The Mountain River Cave is located in the Kojo Hill, St. Catherine. The cave itself is about 115 feet long and 35 feet deep. Inside, you'll find some well-preserved pictographs from early settlers depicting birds, fish, turtles, and figurative art. These pictographs date back to more than 1,000 years. People speculate that the early settlers, the Taino Indians, used this place as a place of worship, and once you go here, the feeling of tranquility and humbleness will only support the speculations. So there you go, guys. Those are the top 12 most hidden waterfalls in Jamaica. Did I leave anything out? Do you want to share hidden gems that you have found yourself? You can do so by leaving a comment down below. And until then, don't forget to remember to subscribe to Elite Jamaica and click the notification icon so you never miss an update.